What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Here's your match preview for Manchester City versus Tottenham, delivered while I'm on holiday in the beautiful Corsica of France. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So it's going to be a tough game, in particular because a disastrous week in the transfer window failed to land. We aren't really prepared for a big game like this against a top six club away from home. Obviously, as we know, good record against Manchester City in recent years, mainly at home at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That is important to note. However, that will give us confidence going in the game. And even though under Frank it's a different manager, different style, and maybe some will go, probably that record's not going to stand. Well, Thomas Frank had a good record as Brentford manager against Pep Guardiola's City. I think that season that City won the title, I think Brentford beat them twice. And often Brentford played them on the final day. I remember before, I think City, the first time they lost in the season, I don't think it's last season, it's the season before, it was at the Etihad. It was a 2-1 win for Brentford. I remember Tony scoring in that one. So I have confidence in that aspect of it, and I think that Frank will prepare us really well, like he always does, and I think Frank will work well what he's got into the starting 11. But I just look at that substitutes bench and think the longer the game goes on with Man City, the strength and depth they've got, goodness me, what a team they have got, in particular strengthened in the window. Just we don't have that ability to compete with them. So the longer the game goes on, whether we're winning, losing or drawing, you've got to favour Manchester City. In terms of the lineup, firstly, preferable lineup, that would be mine on screen. That would what I'd do. So I'd probably keep the back four, but I'm completely tossed and really, not 100% sure what I'd do, whether I go with a 4 or 5. In this, I've gone with a 4, as you can see there, running through it for Corio in goal. Spence at left back. Frank has confirmed today in his press conference that Yus Bissouma and Destiny Doggy, this game comes too soon for them. They will miss out. So that will likely be the case at Spence left back. Even when the Doggy's back from, he's got to earn these stripes, if you like, earn his place back, because Spence, I see, is maybe more of a left back than right back. Either way, he's certainly capable of playing both because he's doing a great job on that left hand side. Porro on the right, then Romero and Van der Ven. All those players are going to start. It's whether you put Kevin Danso in there as well and take out a forward. So moving on to midfield, for me, Paolini has to be in there. I think he's going to be, out of everyone in this team, maybe the first or second most important player for us in this game, probably first in preventing Man City rather than damaging Man City. Paolini's going to be so key in this. In front of him I'd have Bentancur and Sarr. I think it'd probably be a case of Paolini as 6, Bentancur 8 and Sarr 10, but maybe more defensive it might be 2 6s. I'm not quite sure. I'm really flexible how that midfield looks, but one thing I do know is Sarr should be the most advanced out of the two, out of the 3 midfielders, but out of the 2 of him and Bentancur. So it should be Paolini should be the deepest, and probably maybe Bentancur and Sarr sit in the front, or Sarr sit in front of Bentancur. Haven't quite decided on that, but the forward line I absolutely have. Richarlison up top, that's a definite. Kudus is a definite, and Johnson I think probably should be in there and could hurt Man City if we play our cards right. That would be my team. In terms of predicted team, I think there'd be at least one change in here. I think that Thomas Frank will pick Kevin Danso. I think he will go with a back 5 if I had to predict. And I think he'd take out Brennan Johnson. So I'm going Kevin Danso instead of Brennan Johnson. So that's my predicted team. So I think my preferable team, predicted team, 10 will cross over. Just a 1 difference between me and Frank. But he's the manager. That's what he's paid for. He knows what he's doing, and I fully back him. But against PSG, like we saw against PSG, we saw a really good performance. But at the same time, we didn't get the results. So it's incredibly frustrating. And again, I think it'll be like that in terms of the more the game goes on, you do back Manchester City. I think this game's obviously come really early in the season, which up to you which way you look at it. City come on the back of that 4-0 win against Wolves. They look very good. New signing Cherky, for example, looks very, very strong. So City in a good position. Savigny won't feature in the game, for those who are wondering. He's not expected to anyway. He's still out. Pep Guardiola has confirmed in his press conference. So let's get on to score prediction then. I mean, is it the performance or results that matters in this? Of course I think it is the result, but you want to know that we pop a fight against City. That is also really important, so let's find it tough. I'm being optimistic, like I always am at the start of the season. I can't predict a win after the awful week at the club with transfers and failing to land Eze and having no backup plan. Don't get me started on that. But therefore, I'm going to be positive and say I think we get a draw. Don't quite know how, and I'd absolutely take that. Would you take a draw? Let me know in the comments below. Are you that kind of like me, pessimistic, take a draw in this occasion? Not usually, but at the same time, I'm saying pessimistic, but I'm not predicting Tottenham to lose against the top 6 club away from home. That's the important thing. You've got to forget about a record against City and go, look, it's top 6 club away from home. Let's do what we can, but a draw wouldn't be the end of the world. But a lot of it is about how we play. So I'm predicting 1-1. I think Haaland will score for City first. I think he'll score in the 3rd minute really early. And then I think we'll score in I don't know. I think we'll respond quite quickly. Let's say 9th, 10th minute. through Mohamed Kudus getting his first goal on the top of the shirt. I think it'll be stalemate towards the end. I think City will be pushing the last 15-20 minutes. What I'm talking about, that depth off the bench, I think we'll hold on, and then Frank will probably go to the board and Daniel Levy after the top hierarchy and recruitment team and go, look, hang on, I need these substitutions. And we nearly couldn't hold on to that draw. But that's my thoughts. That's my predicted lineup, preferable team and score prediction. Get involved in the comments below. How are you feeling about this game? Second game of the weekend, early on a Saturday. Could that favour Tottenham? Manchester City don't have a good record against Tottenham. Man City fans will be largely worried coming into this. They won't like this, the early kickoff at home as well. Nobody likes an early kickoff on a Saturday when you're the home team. But here we go. That is my match preview. Get involved in the comments below with your thoughts, anything that I've mentioned. I want to hear your score predictions, scorers, predicted lineup, preferable team, thoughts going into the game. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But for now, a massive come on you Spurs. Hope this video reached you right from Corsica.